When President Ahmadinejad was elected in 2005, he promised to bring Iranian oil revenues to the table of the poor. Has he? Joining us to answer this question is Mehdi Kouhestaninejad, International Representative of the Canadian Labour Congress for the Middle East and Asia. Mehdi, in 2002 you wrote an article which said Iran is ruled by a bunch of vultures that operate more as a commercial mafia. Has the election of President Ahmadinejad changed any of that?
The short answer is no. Not only they didn't bring any food on the table of the workers, but they took some of the food from the workers' table.
In the 1979 revolution, the oil workers played an important role, and there were a lot of promises made to them. What happened in terms of the conditions facing workers in the early years of the revolution?
The question is that those workers, they had starting that strike. After revolution, they didn't have a right to have an independent trade union organization. Don't forget that. What's happened right now, the workers, they are going to work, they are worried what's going to happen to them. There is a huge uncertainty about their future. They don't know that tomorrow they have a job or not.
Has the situation of unemployment gotten any worse or better?
Unemployment, as far as we know, that in last 2 years, close to 1 million people haven't received their wages. When we are talking about the country, every day, right now, at this moment, because of the threat of the war, so many of those companies close and they're saying that we have no secure future. And they're getting worse. And the people, they are so worried what's going on, what's going to happen to them. Because when we are talking about the millions of the people, they are working on the plain contract because there is no security, there is no official support when the workers are going to the work. Is that this worker has a safety? Is this worker, is the job safe? No, because they are working based on the contract. And there is no organization defending them.
What is the state of the economy in terms of inflation, and how is it affecting people?
Inflation is every day going up because of there is no certain economic situation in Iran. Today you are going to buy the tomato, you don't know tomorrow how much is that tomato again, because inflation goes day by day.
How much of the economic difficulties in Iran have to do with what you call this commercial mafia?
Yeah.
And to what extent is the result of sanctions and foreign pressure?
The sanction is that that's a reality. That's affecting the economy. Which country you've seen that when the sanction, starting talking about sanction, or they have a sanction, the economy doesn't get worse. The history, even in Iraq, it was the same. And Iran is too. But we are talking about the country, the people, they don't have a future. They don't believe what's going to happen to them in the future. They know by the fact, Iranian governments, they know that the threat of the war is a rhetoric and it's not going to happen. They know that, but they're using to oppressing people. That's their tool for take advantage of this situation because they know there is a huge unhappiness in Iran about the government. They know that in the next election, Ahmadinejad doesn't get elected. This is the first time in the history of Iran the president is getting only one time elected. That's everybody talking about it. We know this is not something the conspiracy theory. They know anybody can get elected against him next time because he cannot control himself when he's talking. He's going everywhere and he's saying something and he knows contradicting their policy.
And the debate over the nuclear program has come down to whether Iran has the right to enrich uranium independently or not, which would give them an independent energy program, but would also give the capacity, in theory, for a bomb. What's the response of Iranian workers to this issue?
I think the Iranian workers, they're saying that the nuclear issue is not our issue. The Iranian wants their job. They're saying that this is the something they created, and everybody knows that Iran's from now to enriching nuclear is 10 years. And they know.
What are the main demands of the Iranian workers' movement now?
The main demand of the Iranian workers right now is the independent trade union organization. They believe that.
Because this is illegal now.
It's illegal, yes, because we have two governmental organizations in the workplace. And they are basically representing the employer government in the workplace. and there is no choice. Any workers is discussing about anything from the vacation, holiday, temporary work, all those things become to the eyes of them as of the threat to the government.
Are many workers arrested and jailed for trade union activities?
Oh, for sure. In the last year, we had 800 of them, they were arrested. And right now, we have a few of them still in the prison for their union activity.
How do Iranian workers view the American demand or threats for regime change? And now, how does the fact that Bush is putting so much pressure for regime change, some people are suggesting it actually arouses people's nationalist feelings.
Oh, for sure, it's arousing the nationalist view. But the question in the working class mind, the American is not helping them by this kind of the threat. They cannot change the government. And talking about the majority of Iranians, they are against any invasion, and they are going together. In the fact, this is the way we had seen that during 1980 when Iraq invaded Iran. No matter which side of the table you are, majority of them got together for fight back.